Hey, Linda. Oh, he's recording. She's so good at that. So I'm going to share my screen, and normally I have notes on one screen and the slides on another. We're just gonna dive right in, and I'm not gonna do notes at all. So I should know this material pretty well. And I've got Bobby and Vicki on, and they are excellent teachers as well. Vicki was a teacher by trade. You're muted, Vic.
And we will try to not interrupt you so the class lasts like a half an hour.
Yeah, and Linda has some great testimonies too, so yeah.
All right, so here we go. Let's see. Can everybody see my screen? All right, so welcome to Essential Oils Made Easy. We are really grateful to have you here. I don't even know what the next slide is, so I might go back and forth so that I keep up with where I'm at. But our intention today, let me see what I've got here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so our intention today, and all of your faces disappeared. Hold on, I'm sorry. I've got to get you moved over onto my other screen because I can't do this feeling like I'm all by myself. Hang on here. Hold on.
Well, and so you tell me, Julie, educate me. So when I record, I want to shrink our faces, right? So they're not in the recording versus have I mean, it takes up space, but I'm thinking that it's recording whatever's on my screen, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
You can hit the view button, but see, it's already elongating. You can hit the view button in the upper right-hand corner and select side-by-side speaker, and you'll see less faces.
Side by side. Okay, gotcha. I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah. And when I went, because I'm in presentation mode, when I went to hit advance, because I had your screen on top with all of our faces, and that just disappeared. So okay. I've moved you on to another screen so I can see you and I don't feel like I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
So here we go. Essential Oils Made Easy. Welcome to learning about doTERRA and essential oils. We are grateful to be spending this next 35 to 45 minutes with you, sharing what we've learned about essential oils over the course of our journey. So here are my sisters. We're all on the call tonight too, so that's pretty fun and exciting. This is kind of a journey through our lives. But we all love each other, obviously. But we also have fallen in love with doTERRA essential oils. And Bobby was the ringleader. She got us started. Vicki was the first guinea pig. She said, sure. And then I went, I don't need oils, but I do need skincare. So that's our story in a nutshell. But we all have come to have our own stories of how essential oils have been helpful to us. And so some of those stories will come out in our class tonight. But the goal of our class is really to empower you. That is our purpose and our intention. So we're going to cover 3 cool things about oils, 3 ways to use them, and then of course 3 ways to get them in the home. I kind of liken it to teaching somebody how to ride a bike. And you don't want them to have the fun of the bike and then take the bike home with you. You want them to keep the bike. So we want to make sure you know how to bring these oils into your home. So the very first cool thing about doTERRA essential oils is that they're safe. There's absolutely nothing added to them. There's nothing taken away from them. That label, when it says 100% pure essential oil, that is exactly what it is. And that is very unusual in the essential oil world because essential oils are not regulated. And so most companies use fillers or else they might, I don't know, there might be some pesticides because they don't have pure farming practices, all sorts of things. So purity and potency is really important to doTERRA. And so they're safe. You can use them on your babies, on your children, on your teens, adults and seniors. Just from birth to death, essential oils are of benefit and they are safe to use. And we're going to get into some of the safety practices that are really helpful. But if you have peppermint, I don't know, we should have told everybody to grab their peppermint and some of the oils that they might have at home. But if you were new, what we would do is we would show you how to use them, but we're going to get to the uses in a moment. So peppermint though, fantastic oil. Bobby, do you want to share how and why you use peppermint?
Well, I can, but you know, I drove home from the store without my oils. So I've got this bowl off the kitchen counter. This is pretend peppermint. You put a drop in your hand, and Brittany, this is a great way to share peppermint at work and let them know 1 drop is equivalent to 28 tea bags. Take your ring finger, drop it in the palm of your hand in the peppermint. That's a little bit too much, so get rid of some of it around the palm. Lick your finger and then go, oh my gosh. Feel how it oxygenates the lungs. It opens up your airways. It's great if you go like this with your palms and breathe it through the nose, mouth, rub your neck. It's going to cool you off. Great for
We can all use
alertness,
that this season.
fevers. Say that again, Julie.
We can all use cooling this season.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes,
Temperatures
yes.
everywhere, crazy.
And so peppermint should be with anybody all the time, everywhere you go. And I have another testimony on that I'll tell later. But yes, that's a great way to sample peppermint at work, home, at the grocery store, anywhere.
Okay.
Yes, don't touch your eyes with your ring finger.
Yeah.
Right. And
Peppermint.
that's one of the reasons we use the ring fingers, because most people don't rub their eyes this way. They rub their eyes this way. So we don't want to get oils directly in our eyes, in our ears, or up our nose. So, and then that's the first cool thing about doTERRA essential oils. The second cool thing is that they are effective. And this is really powerful to me. Brittany, you mentioned earlier just about the push with pharmaceutical sales or pharmaceutical use when you have a challenge going on in your life. And there's definitely a time and a place for medicine, and definitely in America, if you are hit by a train or pushed off a cliff, we definitely want the critical care that comes from the medical community here. It's top notch. But how essential oils are effective. So a cell, if we pretend my fist is a cell, it's covered with an oily membrane, and that oily membrane does 2 things. It keeps bad things out and good things in. So one bad thing that resides outside on this little diagram, it's represented by that little purple blob, that would be like a bacteria. So when you're under the weather, you go to your doctor, he or she will usually prescribe an antibiotic, and usually within 7 to 10 days, you start to feel better, right? It's doing its job, but it also comes with side effects. It comes with disruption of both the good and the bad bacteria in your gut. And so then you need to get on a probiotic to replenish that good bacterial flora in your gut. An essential oil can address that bacteria without side effects. It can be beneficial. But the other really neat part about its efficacy is that because that cell is covered with an oily membrane, most pharmaceuticals that have been created are unable to penetrate through that membrane, because they're water-based and water and oil don't mix. But because an essential oil is oily, it can penetrate, and then it can stop that virus from reproducing its RNA. And so it kind of stops it in its tracks. So we can be really proactive. So normally you go to the doctor under the weather and you have a viral infection, your doctor says, I want you to go home, rest, drink a lot of water, let it run its course. But with our essential oils, we can be proactive. So that's the second cool thing about essential oils, is that they are effective. So On Guard is a fantastic one. Vicki, do you want to talk about On Guard a little bit?
You bet. On Guard. I've been diffusing it like crazy. I haven't had a cold in years. And a couple weeks ago, I came down with a cold. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. At any rate, On Guard has been going around this house quite a bit. Dave never came down with a cold, so I try not to cough on him as well. On Guard's great in the diffuser. I've been drinking it, wearing it. It comes in all sorts of different forms. They've got lozenges, which I've been sucking on just to try and keep my immune system up to grade. It smells fantastic. To me, it's almost kind of Christmassy, the clovey, wild orange aroma of it. And yeah, that's all I clean with. The On Guard cleaning solution, that's all I've used for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now for cleaning around the house. And it's wonderful. Yeah.
Thanks, Vicki. Yeah, On Guard's it's awesome, and it's known as our protective blend. So normally our blends have a title to them, and that usually is your clue as to why or how you would use that essential oil. And then the third cool thing about doTERRA essential oils is they are affordable. They're really, for the most part, pennies per drop. There's some that are more expensive, and that's dependent upon where we get our essential oils from. One of the things I love about doTERRA is we source all over the globe and oftentimes in third world countries. So I don't mind spending a little more for some of those oils because I know that they're making a difference and an impact in those communities where these farmers have poured out their knowledge and their abilities to grow these beautiful products that we can have them in our homes. So, you know, when you think about, let's say your kids wake up in the middle of the night and they're dealing with something going on with their ears, and then you wait for the morning, or maybe you feel like you need to rush to urgent care and you get there and they've got a compromised immune system anyway, and they're sitting in a space with other compromised immune systems, and you go in, you have your copay, your doctor gives you that bill, writes you prescription, you go stand in line to get that. You get home, you might have to take time off of work, and all those things add up to the cost of the way that we do healthcare currently. But when you have your essential oils in your home, you really are empowered. So my kids are all grown, and I didn't use oils when my kids were little, unfortunately. But I would use a couple drops of lavender, a couple drops of melaleuca. You might add basil. Basil's an amazing oil. And then just rub that behind the ear, down the jawline. When you're using oils with children under the age of 6, you always want to use a carrier oil. But that is about 67 cents. So
And I have to tell you guys a story today. I was standing at the front counter and there's a gentleman in there just kind of wasting my time, but my ear felt like I had been swimming every day for a week. It was just like hollow. And so while he was chatting, I got my melaleuca and put it like, and I was going like this and this and this. And within an hour, that hollowness went away. I got my ear back.
Wow.
Super effective, super fast, and they're just phenomenal. So lavender, to let you know about lavender, we call this the Swiss Army knife of our essential oils. It's good for so many things, from getting a great night's sleep to addressing burns. It's natural analgesic. It's natural antihistamine. One of my favorite uses when I start getting, I don't know, I don't think I have allergies, but sometimes I wake up and I'll have a sneezing fit or something like that. 2 drops of lavender, lemon, and peppermint and a little shot glass, drink that down. I put a couple drops in the palm of my hand. Yep, Vic's got them right there. Palm of my hand, cup those over my nose, rub the excess on the back of my neck, and I call it good. So lavender is absolutely a staple and a go-to in my home, even though I'm not overly fond with the aroma of lavender, but I like what it does for me, so we go with it. So those are the 3 cool things about essential oils, the 3 ways we use them: aromatically, topically, and internally. And now this is just with doTERRA essential oils when we're talking about using our oils internally. But aromatically, open the bottle and breathe it directly from the bottle. Put a drop in your hands, up it over your nose. In the wintertime, I wear scarves and turtlenecks, so I'll put my oils on my scarf and I'm just a human diffuser walking around. You can use a diffuser, and the benefit of the diffuser, everybody in the space is getting that therapeutic benefit from using that essential oil. Using your oils aromatically has a great impact on our emotions, because that essential oil goes over the olfactory bulb that's right underneath the bridge of your nose, and it sends messages to the limbic portion of your brain, and that's where your emotions and memories are stored. And then your brain sends out little chemical reactions to your receptor cells, and it can really change a mood in a quick amount of time. So if you're ever having a meltdown, a kid's having a meltdown, you can grab your lavender, you can grab your Motivate. I mean, there's so many oils to choose from to really impact a mood. Also, aromatically is great for supporting the respiratory system. You know, when we're breathing, and Bobby showed you a little bit on how to do that with peppermint, but we'll show you something else when we get onto the individual oils. Then topically, we put your oils where you're having your challenge. This really gives a localized benefit to support your body. We do encourage children under the age of 6, or if you're working with the elderly, to use a carrier oil with your essential oil. And it really, I encourage people when they're getting started, always dilute, use that carrier oil. And the reason is because you might not know if you have a sensitivity. I have some sensitivities. I've always had sensitive skin. And so if I put peppermint over my forehead for head tension, I will get a red stripe. So until you get really familiar with your essential oils and you understand which ones are warmer oils and which ones your body just says, hey, I can just use this straight up, I encourage you to use carrier oil. But the second benefit with that carrier oil is it traps that essential oil, and so it stays and remains on your skin instead of evaporating. An essential oil is the volatile aromatic compound of a plant. And sometimes I hear that word volatile and I think angry, but really volatile means that it can flash off or evaporate. So by trapping that in that carrier oil, it's actually sustaining that on your skin. And so it kind of becomes like a time released essential oil. So carrier oil, always great to use. Like I mentioned earlier, we don't drop oils up our nose, in our ears, in our eyes. If you happen to get an essential oil on a sensitive part of your body, for example, if you've used peppermint and then you go to the restroom, you might have kind of a warm sensation. Carrier oil is a great way to reduce that and help. If you ever get an oil in your eye, get some carrier oil. Now, if you already had another oil on your finger, you might want to grab a cotton ball to apply that to kind of decrease that sense of sensation.
And don't put peppermint and frankincense in the palm of your hands and then go put your contacts in.
I must be speaking from experience.
It's peppermint in particular. It's just, yeah, if I'm using peppermint and I have it on my hands, I try to wash my hands so that way I don't accidentally, because once isn't enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Everybody
I did that
will have
last
a
year. Why
story
did
to
I do that
tell.
again?
Yeah.
You'll feel like you're going blind, but it does dissipate over time.
Yeah, Vicky has a story about a grandson that was doing at the hotel doing some oil and somehow got it in, and he was screaming in the lobby of the hotel.
Yeah. So Brittany, you don't want to go get a wet washcloth. In other words, is what we're saying.
Right. Water intensifies the experience. So yeah, for sure. Grab a carrier oil. If you don't have fractionated coconut oil, get out your olive oil, your cooking oil, your vegetable oil.
Grab some butter.
Maybe just something.
Whatever greasy thing you can come across, it'll work.
Yeah.
Milk. So, and then the third way we use our essential oils is internally. And this is really the recommended way that doTERRA has for using our essential oils. I don't have a bottle next to me, so I'm hoping, Vicki, you've got one. Can you show the supplemental label? So you wouldn't want to take every single doTERRA oil internally because there are some oils that are tree oils that the Food and Drug Administration does not recommend, regardless of its purity that you ingest. But any bottle of doTERRA oil that has a supplemental label, the Food and Drug Administration has given it a GRAS standard, meaning generally regarded as safe, and you can take that essential oil internally. So you can add it to your water, you can put it under your tongue. Under the tongue is a great way to get systemic support because it goes into those capillaries and gets into the bloodstream really quickly. You can drink it in your water, like I just mentioned. If you're drinking your oils, we encourage you to drink them from glass or stainless steel. The reason for that is many of the citrus oils, they actually pull the petrochemicals out of the plastics. And so we don't want to toxify our bodies. We want to detoxify our bodies. So lemon in your water every single day is a fantastic way to wake your organs up. Dr. Hill actually says 2 drops of lemon in a cup of warm water first thing out of the bed is a great way to support waking your system up, getting your organs functioning really well. So,
and then he'll say add some Siberian fir and copaiba and frankincense. So we all do that.
If you don't like the taste of those oils, you can get empty veggie caps, and that's another really easy, convenient way to use them.
And so Linda's a good one to talk to about that. She uses a lot of veggie caps.
Well, cool. You can share some stories, Linda, in a second. So, or when we hit these individual oils. So what we do is we want to empower you with solutions. So be thinking about some things that go on in your family's life or in your personal life that you would love to have a solution or a resolution for. Like if you could take one step, let's say sleep is an issue for you, and on a scale of 1 to 10, you give yourself a 3. If in 90 days you could be a 5, or a 4 or a 6 or maybe even a 10. 10 meaning I got this licked. Think of those things, because as we go through this class, we might mention something that would be helpful to you, and then jot that down, because at the end of the class, we're going to show you how to bring these oils into your home, and we want you to get the oils that are going to serve you and your family the best. Okay.
All right.
So lemon, Bobby, lemon is your favorite. Go for it.
I tell you what, 2 or 3 drops in a 16-ounce bottle with a little bit of vinegar and the rest water, the least expensive window and mirror cleaner in the world. It's great to get sticky residue off. It's a good detoxifier of your body and your home. Put a drop in the toilet, diffuser, clean your sinks with it with some baking soda and vinegar, and it's a good overall. Everybody needs a lemon.
It also gets off dry erase markers that won't come off a dry erase board. I tested that out yesterday, and then I posted it on Facebook, and several people shared their tips and tricks. And one gal used it to get spray paint off of something. So yeah, lemon. All right, frankincense. Vic, you're up, because I think you have an amazing frankincense story.
Okay, frankincense. Man, I haven't told my Frank story in a while. So I first got, this was like one of the first oils that I ordered, and it was because I was kind of interested, you know, baby Jesus, Bible, I don't know, frankincense. Yeah, I was a hippie. We used to burn incense, frankincense. So I thought, yeah, I'll get this and check it out. And so I got some, and I'd watched a Dr. Hill video, and I knew you could put, you know, wear it. And I wasn't into internal at that moment, but you just saw me put a drop under my tongue. So I do that every day now. Anyway, so frankincense, I started using frankincense, and over the period of a couple of weeks, I mean, I was very consistent. Every day I was putting on frankincense, putting on right here, because it's supposed to be brain protective, and my brain needs all the help it can get. So I put a little bit right there at the base of my skull every single morning. And then over the course of a couple of weeks, kids at school, I'm a retired math teacher, junior high math teacher. Kids at school started commenting that I seemed less crabby. I never really thought it was crabby, but apparently I was kind of a cranky thing. And I was having troubles. And then a couple of colleagues commenting, like, well, I sure like seeing your smiling face in the hallway. Like, oh, gee, somebody else is noticing. What the heck? I figured it was Frank. Frank is my joy juice. I have since learned to enjoy eating frankincense. I put a drop under my tongue every morning. Sometimes I do it a couple times a day. I have to add to my Frank stories because just recently my son Grant, who's got a compromised liver, he's on a liver transplant list. He's been alcohol free for 9 years, and you try not to have any toxins in the house and stuff, because when your liver's compromised, you want to avoid, you know, toxic stuff. And he doesn't like to take, his doctor say, don't take any over-the-counter medicine, get permission, blah, 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 because just simple over-the-counter medicines can be compromising to your liver. Like, who knew Pepto-Bismol? Anyway, so he hurt his foot, and his wife sent me a picture, and his foot was swelled up like a baseball glove, and first it was his big toe was black and blue, and then his other toes are black and blue. What should we do? They call me on occasion with stuff like that. She has a drawer full of oils. Amy loves the oils. They love the oils. Grant's been using frankincense regularly. So anyway, this was about 4 or 5 days ago. I said, okay, put Frank and Copaiba and she'd been rubbing deep blue on it already, but I said, add some deep frankincense and Copaiba to that. And then I said, Grant, put a drop of lemon in water because it was inflamed. It was swollen. I said, that might help with the swelling. And then just tonight, I dropped off some helichrysum because they didn't have any of that. And anyway, he did not go get any over-the-counter drugs. He just used probably $1.50 or $2 worth of oils over the course of, you know, day by day. So he's probably got $5 into his foot now. And it's healing up. The swelling has gone down. The bruising has gotten, you know how bruising is. Mm-hmm. It gets looking worse and worse, even though you're feeling better and better. But he's walking better on his foot and stuff, and doing it all with oils.
So Vicki, was he using the lemon topically or internally?
I told him to do it internally because a couple other experiences with people with inflammation, or everybody here is a member, right?
Right.
High blood pressure. Mm-hmm. A drop of lemon every day in your water can help keep your blood pressure regulated.
Mhm.
So that's why I was thinking maybe lemon. I don't know. Who knows
Mhm.
what exactly is.
Right.
But back to Julie. I'm sorry, Julie. I'm taking too long. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So the
you're great.
cost.
You're great.
So the cost. Okay. So frankincense costs $70. Oh, geez, it's so expensive. Listen, it's 26 cents a drop. So I do 52 cents a day. What the hey? I used to smoke $5, $6, $7 worth of cigarettes every day. I don't do that anymore. So I can afford 50 cents a day for frankincense. It's not expensive. That's my story.
Mhm. Yeah, or actually, so Brittany's come up with that money deal, and think of the number of people that spend $5, $6, $8 a day on sonic drinks or smoothie drinks or coffee at the coffee
Whatever,
shop.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever nice habit you have, and we all have them. I'm not I don't judge anyone. Trust me. But yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I've heard that one. They're too expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it just needs framework. I mean, you look at the price of something and you go, whoa. But when you say to someone, this 15 ml bottle has 250 drops in it.
Mhm.
So if Vicky's using 2 drops a day, that's going to last her 125 days.
3 months.
Mhm.
You
I can
know,
do a bottle of Frank probably every 3 months or so. Not to mention, well, so then, yeah, I'll tell that story later. Okay.
So, all right, digestion. Digestion, I say anything from the mouth to the other end is when you would grab your digestion. Does anybody have an amazing digestion story to share?
Well, and it's aromatic, topical, or an ingestible around the belly in your water and your hot cup of tea.
Yeah.
If you don't like the fragrance of the fennel, which is the first compound, massage it on your toes. Get the reflex point.
Yeah, if you don't like the taste, rub it on your belly. It's great. It reduces bloating, gassiness. It's great stuff.
And Brittany, just so you know, it's really good on the bridge of the nose for bronchitis.
Oh, okay.
Don't get it
Or
in your
sinus
mouth.
or sinus issues, if you deal with seasonal threats or just have stuffed up sinuses, for some reason it helps to release that. So I
think
have a new person on my team in our doTERRA family, and she texted me saying, I work with her husband. She said, did he tell you that I'm not doing well today? And she doesn't have her oils yet, but I lent her some oils that I had. And I said, well, put this in your belly button. And I said, make tea with your digestion. So heat up a mug of water, add a drop of digestion, top it off with some, I use sweetened almond milk, and then just sip on that. And it was very soothing. She was very, very impressed. She has to teach summer school, and she was needing the bathroom a lot. So this was a godsend to her. And now her husband is not well. So they've got some oils and they've got some tactics to use. So deep blue. And, I didn't mention this A and the T, maybe you noticed the I disappeared. Those are the 3 ways that we can use them. So aromatically and topically is how we would use our deep blue. It comes in a lotion, comes in a tube. So there's an entire 5 ml bottle in a tube of lotion. You're going to notice the child's safety cap on that. And that's because it's got wintergreen in it. And the government, one regulation they have is anything with wintergreen has to have a child safety cap on it. So Deep Blue used to come in a roller bottle, and doTERRA is trying to be innovative and figure out how to get a child safety on a roller bottle, for a roller bottle cap. And they haven't figured it out yet, but I expect at some point these smart people will be innovative and come up with something. And then Deep Blue comes in a capsule, so it doesn't have some of the non-ingestible oils in it. But that capsule, I use that in my home when I've got a headache coming on. If my husband is out picking the weeds too much and he comes in and he's having a hard time moving around. So that polyphenol capsule is absolutely amazing. And then Breathe, this is the respiratory blend. So can anybody guess when and how you would use Breathe?
Yeah.
Anything for your respiration. And I usually put a drop on my chest before I go to bed at night. This one does also come in a roller bottle. I have a friend that has had asthma since she was a little girl, very severely, and her pulmonologist has helped her to get off of 7 of her 9 prescriptions using essential oils. But she makes a mustache. She takes her breathe every night and does a mustache. Yeah, she's severe. I've spent the night with her in a hotel a couple different times, and she just wheezes, even though she's made a lot of progress. But breathe is fantastic.
And it comes in a throat lozenge.
Yeah, throat lozenges as well. But if you put a drop in your hand, you can make your own inhaler just by cupping your other hand and putting that on top and then breathing that in. And I learned something on a mission trip I was on when we had to take a kid to the ER with breathing issues, that the reason that like having that little extender helps to break the molecules so they're smaller so they can actually get down deeper into the lung to bring more benefit. So didn't know that. So instead of just doing this, make that extra little tube to help get that deeper in. Wild orange is happiness in a bottle. I don't think I need to say anything else about wild orange. Open it up. If you ever have the crankies, breathe wild orange. Remember that goes over that olfactory bulb and it hits that limbic portion of the brain. But don't just do a quick whiff, like sit and breathe. And breathe.
Several seconds.
Try to do that for 15 to 20 seconds to really give that time to have an impact on your emotions. Another good reason for using a diffuser, because then it's constantly getting in your nose. So I had mentioned earlier about your top 3 health concerns. Does anybody want to share a health concern that they would really love to find a solution for over the next 90 days?
I just have the autism and ADHD with my 5-year-old, and I actually watched. Bobby had recommended Dr. Axe videos, and I watched one last night or the night before, I can't remember. But he was mentioning vetiver, and I think I want to say it was frankincense, maybe.
Yeah.
That were 2 of the top oils that in studies he said had the most effect on the behavior in the children.
Yeah.
So I was surprised with that.
And know that
I don't know in the kids kit if vetiver might be in one of those oils, like the thinker or something. I don't know. I haven't checked that out, but yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
vetiver is a very, very, very thick oil. And so like when you're going to put it in a diffuser, it's almost one of those, you can put an eyedropper in it and it's easier to get the oil out. Yeah. And it's a very, very, very good one for calming. You will meet Jen Miller, and she's a nurse in Wisconsin on our team. And she is a big believer of vetiver for calming people, dogs, autism, all of the above. Yes.
Awesome.
So
There's the eyedropper.
but you can get eyedroppers at Aroma Tools, My Oil Life, that kind of thing. But yeah, it is pretty thick. Brittany, have you seen this book?
I have not.
Bobby, do you have a copy of this that you can
Yes,
send to us?
I do. I do. Mm-hmm.
So it was created by essential educators. I'm not sure who they are, but it has all sorts of research reference.
Yeah, you would like that really well. And it's available at aromatools.com. So you can go look at it there if you want, or if you need me to mail you one, I can. Yes. Julie, go to the next screen if you don't mind.
Oh, yep. Okay, so want to feel awesome. If you're not familiar with the Lifelong Vitality, Linda, do you use the Lifelong Vitality?
She's muted.
You might be able to unmute her, Bob.
Oh, can I?
You might be able to. I don't know for sure.
I don't know how to do that. Linda, can you unmute yourself? I'm not sure. I'm assuming Linda does.
Linda, if you're on a laptop, if you press the space bar, that should, and hold it down, that should unmute you. If you're on your phone, I don't know how to tell you to do it.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it sounded like she was going to talk, but anyway, these 3 bottles, Brittany, are doTERRA's #1 product, Lifelong Vitality, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and they're guaranteed to give better mood, less pain, and more energy. And the 3 bottles are the Alpha CRS. Now I need to get that screen out of there. Oh gosh, how do I get that screen? There you go. Is all of your cellular revitalizing supplements. Your Z Omega is omega-3, 6s, and 9s, and 9 essential oils. And your VMZ is 23 vitamins and minerals. But the super cool thing about these is they're all food grade, and so they're totally biodegradable by your body. Your body's going to utilize every bit of it that you're taking in those supplements. And the recommended dose is 2 each morning and 2 each at noon. And I encourage people to start 1 each in the morning, 1 each at noon, and then go a week, and then add another one to the morning and go a week and see how you're feeling. But I wouldn't go a day without those. And there's very few people that ever call in on the guarantee and need their money back. But if after 30 days you don't feel better mood, less pain, more energy, you can call doTERRA and they will give you your money back. So,
Yeah.
yeah, good stuff.
Linda, you were able to get unmuted. Do you want to share something?
We can see your swishy face, Linda. She must be having audio trouble or something.
Okay. Well, we've covered 3 cool things about essential oils. We've covered 3 ways to use them. So now we want to share with you how you can bring these beautiful oils into your home so that you can be proactive and you can become the solutions finder in your own home. So there's 3 ways to purchase. The first way is retail, and it's the most expensive. I mean, who wants to pay full price when you can pay less than that, right? And most people pay retail if they're getting their oils from a spa, chiropractor, something like that. The second way is wholesale. And wholesale, it's $35. It works like Costco, where you pay that $35 and you get a membership for a year. And whether you buy 1 time or 4,000 times or every single day or whatever, you're saving 25% off. So you're getting wholesale prices. And then the third way, we usually call this below wholesale. So you're still saving that 25%, but doTERRA is smart and they put together several different kits that actually waive that $35 membership. So the value is even higher. Plus, when they put together these kits, they've even given a steeper discount than just that 25% off. And then Vicki had mentioned about her frankincense. She didn't share the rest of her story, but she has only bought that in 7 years' time, bought that very first bottle of frankincense because she participates in the loyalty rewards.
Right. Here's where, yes, see, I'm cooking, but I'm listening. So yeah, 70, but I don't know, is it 70, $69? I don't know what it is. Because yeah, when I run out, I just I use my points. I haven't bought a bottle in like 7 years.
Wow.
That's
I
right.
use 3, 4, 5 bottles a year. So
And Linda is informing us she is unmuted. And Linda, do you love the loyalty reward points?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what was the question again?
Do you love the loyalty reward points?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. If I have found though that I know that they were.
Oh, we lost her. We lost you. So you earn, Brittany, when you're on a loyalty reward program, you earn 10% over your 25 the first quarter. Then it goes to 15, then 20, then 25, then 30. So after ordering on a loyalty order for a year, you're earning 30% over your 25% back in free product points. So it's pretty cool. We lost you a little bit, Linda, so I was trying to fill in.
That's okay. My reception's not good. I've been cutting in and out on this Zoom. I'm sorry. But
That's okay.
It's very interesting. And I want to welcome our new person.
Thank you.
So doTERRA, we are about a lifestyle. Our goal is not that you get some melaleuca for toe fungus or for ear issues. Our goal is to really partner with people to live a whole lifestyle of using these natural products to support themselves because they're safe, they're effective, and they're affordable.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure why this slide is in here at this point. So here are some of the kits that doTERRA has put together to help people bring essential oils into their home. And again, these waive that $35 membership fee and they are extra discounted. So this is a fantastic place for people to start. These are 5 ml bottles. So they're about 85 drops in each one, or we like to say 85 doses. We say less is more often. And so we don't go dun, 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 dun. We can just use a drop or two to bring the results that we're looking for. And the other beautiful thing is because they don't have side effects, let's say you're dealing with head tension and you want to use some peppermint over your forehead. If in 10 or 15 minutes you're not feeling improvement, you can just reapply. So that's really cool. But these are the top 10 oils. We covered most all of them, if not all of them, in our class today. We didn't cover oregano is I like to say God's natural antibiotic, and tea tree is antiviral, antiseptic. Tea tree is fantastic to use with skin issues. It's just a antifungal. It's amazing. But what's
Cold sores, canker sores, sore throat.
yeah, mouth sores, yeah. And this one comes with a diffuser.
Mhm.
This is brand new. And so doTERRA has a great program where you can earn 50 points back when you get started in the month of July with a kit that's, I think it's $150 or more. So this is a fantastic one. So this is called our Healthy Habits Kit. If you already have an account, you can get it. It's called the Daily Habits if you've already got membership. But it is beautiful because it has that nutritional foundation. We didn't really talk a lot about the nutritional foundation, but our health is really dependent on our gut health and having that nutrition foundation so that our essential oils, they're actually bossy. And so when we have nutrients, when we have material for them to boss around, our essential oils are more active and effective in our bodies. But it's got the lifelong vitality, and then it has Terrazyme and PB Assist. And just real quickly, Terrazyme is a digestive enzyme to help our food break down in our gut so our bodies can absorb the nutrients. And then PB Assist is our pre and probiotic. It's actually double encapsulated so that it can get all the way down into your intestines to do the work. And then it comes with a tube of Deep Blue Rub and 5 fantastic oils. They swapped out the lemon for tangerine because tangerine's high in limonene, which does a lot of great things. Then if you're looking for larger bottles, this kit is a fantastic space to start. This one comes with the 15 ml bottles. So there's the 285 drops or 250 drops in each of these bottles. They've swapped out a couple of the oils that come with the top 10. They've added adaptive. So adaptive is a powerhouse for people that are having emotional struggles. Just like the name suggests, it helps when you need to adapt. So if changes in life bring anxious feelings for you, adaptive is a beautiful one to be using. And then this one also comes with copaiba, which is a fantastic oil for your cells, cellular function, and it works really well. I think it's neuroprotective. It's really good for nerve endings. And then Balance is one of my favorite. That's the grounding blend. It's one I've used. Vicky's favorite is frankincense, but Balance is one that I've used nearly every day for the last 7 years. And then if you're really ready to start overhauling your lifestyle, this is a fantastic, fantastic way to start. I want to say this one saves you like $250 if you were buying each one individually. But you could wipe out your whole medicine cabinet and get started. It's got, Vicki had mentioned when she talked about On Guard that it comes in several different products. It comes in our toothpaste, it comes in foaming hand wash, it comes in mouthwash, beadlets, soft gels, hand sanitizer. It's a really, really great product. So, and then the Simple Solutions kit, this is a great kit if you have something specific you want to target. So Brittany, you had mentioned that you're really looking for solutions for your son. And so I wouldn't, like, if you were not already in doTERRA, I would spend some extra time with you, helping you to maybe choose some add-ons to add on to this kit to help you get started. So there's three kinds of people that come to a class like this. The very first type of person just really wants to live a wellness lifestyle in their own family. And we love that. And we love that we are able to offer free continuing education. We have a private VIP group. You get to hang out with crazy great people like my sisters and myself. And we have a whole team full of people that just really love encouraging and empowering anybody who wants to just live that natural lifestyle. And then the second type of person is someone who naturally shares what they love. You know, you maybe are the kind of person that you go to a great restaurant, or you find a great deal on shoes, or you've read a great book and you're just talking about it. You want people to know and experience the great things you're experiencing. And those kinds of people are able to get their oils paid for. And we like to call that free healthcare. And so if that's you, please talk to the person that helped you get started, and they will show you how you can get your oils paid for every single month. And then the third type of person has been sitting here thinking, wow, I really want to do this. I really want to partner with doTERRA and their mission, which is an oil in every home. And one of the things I love doTERRA is they want to do the most good for the most people. And they make hard decisions all the time, but those decisions are decisions that support anybody who wants to build a doTERRA business, and it supports the end user, the consumer, and it supports the farmer, the distiller. It's just an amazing, amazing company. And I just have a really quick story I want to share today. I helped somebody bring oils into or enroll on the 12th of June, and her oils still have not arrived. And so last week I reached out to my support and I said, hey, can you check into this? Well, we had a fantastic promotion last month, right? Where you got all these Breathe products and all these ways to support yourself. Well, they were out of the Breathe Touch, which was the one product that she had earned for free. So they were waiting to send it. And so my support person, they gave her 20 reward points. So that's basically like $20. And they said she should have it by early this week. Well, she texted me today and she doesn't have them. So I reached out and I said, hey, can you check into this? We're so grateful for those $20, but we still don't have her oils and she really needs them. And they sent us an email back. And this company is so generous. The email was very apologetic. They reached out to figure out what was going on. And there's a warehouse that has the Breathe. So they're expediting her order from that other warehouse. But they also are sending her an entire kit as a replacement until hers gets there.
Wow.
And when you get to keep both of them, we thank you so much, and we know you're excited to get your oils. So I just want you to know this company is so caring and so genuine and so authentic, and always does whatever they can to support us in our journey. So yeah, that was just my side note on doTERRA and how amazing they are.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop sharing for a little bit, and if we want to go on, we can. But normally, Brittany, in this class, as we're teaching the class, we went longer than we normally do. We took a little bit deeper dive into a lot of things. We're prone to do that. So if Bobby's ever teaching for you, like come up with a code, like move on, because we just love sharing and we love empowering. But sometimes we can tell way too many stories, and then people go, yeah, that was irrelevant to me, but it was a big story for us.
Yeah. Well, and you know, when Brittany and I did a wellness consult or an overview, and then we went on to the business overview. So I had her on the phone like for 2 hours the other day. So yeah, we don't. So when we do the class Monday night, we'll do a little 10-minute stint here about the joy of sharing oils at the end, Brittany, that will incorporate, you know, that you can earn enough money to pay for your oils or what have you. But we won't need to go through that tonight since we've already done that a couple days ago.
Well, I'm going to flip. Did you do this presentation? I'm not going to talk about it, but I do want to flip through just so Brittany can see the slides that are in here.
Okay.
Because we wrap up a class so that people know what they have access to. But this is how simple it is to talk about the joy of sharing oils.
So there's about 7 or 8 slides.
And then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, just those. But the reason for sharing this, have I stopped sharing yet?
Yes.
Did I stop sharing? Okay. Oh, I keep showing you my chest. That's not what I'm trying to do. Let me pull this over here. I've got you on 2 different screens. But I just want you to know, because you are building doTERRA. So the reason we share this, there's a gal in doTERRA named Elise Shedevy, and she used this analogy. She brings people, they own a hotel in Prague, and they bring people to Prague. And Bobby's been to Prague and hung out with Elise. And Elise does this thing where she says to everybody, go get yourself some ice cream out of the kitchen. And then they come back in and everybody has vanilla ice cream in a bowl. And she's eating this decadent chocolate, whatever. She's like, oh, isn't this so good? Oh, it's so yummy. Oh. And everybody's like, where'd you get that? And she goes, well, you didn't get the chocolate? You didn't get the chocolate fudge ripple crunch like I've got? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Didn't you check in the freezer? It's all in there. There was like 18 kinds. So she's likening that to your next builder, your next sharer, your next person who really needs oils in their home might be in that room. But if you don't share with them how they can participate in this, they're just going to have vanilla. And so I love that analogy, but that's why we wrap up the class at the end, just sharing with people, because you never know. It might be that person that says, yeah. You might run into a person who's experienced life the way you have and has your same story, Brittany. Like, I don't want to use all these synthetic medications. I want something natural for my family. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, my little one popped in. He actually has a cold right now, so
That's
wants to-
okay.
That's
So,
the other great thing with doTERRA. I mean, we just do life.
So what's your name? Is
my
he gonna,
little one,
yeah, is he gonna tell us?
he's not gonna talk. He's not feeling good. His name is Asen.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Aysen. I always tell people it's like Jason without the J.
Okay.
That's,
And I have a friend whose son's name is Hasten with an H.
oh no, Asen.
Oh.
It's different. I like different names, so that's
What are the
names?
names of your other 3 children?
So my oldest is Albert. My oldest is Albert Jr., which is not very original, but that's his dad's name. My daughter is Alacia, kind of like Alicia, but it's Alacia.
Okay.
And then I have August is my 5-year-old that I was telling you about, and then Asen.
Nice. Fun names.
I had one lady tell me, she was doing my taxes. She said, "Why? Why did you name like because she didn't type all the names in."
And they're all A.
They're all A's. Yep.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for any of us? Looks like Vicky's dropped off.
I think the only question I had was, are there any oils that you can't mix together? Is there anything that's like a no, like don't mix those together? No? Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I had the same question because they're chemical constituents. And so my head was going, well, what if you mix this with this, with this, with this, and now you've made a bomb? But I think Bobby said to me, well, Julie, when you make spaghetti, you put garlic and oregano and basil and fennel and
You know,
they would
tip,
let us know if that was.
well, the tip would be there is if you're using them for a health benefit and you're putting 4 or 5 in a capsule and swallowing it, your body's getting all of it. If you're making a perfume, there's kind of a knack to a base note, a middle note, and a top note. And I know nothing about it, but you can find it on YouTube. But as far as, yeah, the chemistry and creating a bomb, I don't think so. You know, I've had, yeah, there you go. There's a book, The Art of Blending. But I've had
And I haven't read that.
several perfume classes where people want to create a blend to use for perfume, you know, to get rid of your toxic perfume. And so it's a matter of when you take your bottles and they will tell you to lower one and raise one and go over in front of your nose And if one is more prominent, you want to lift it or whatever. But yeah, you're okay. Mhm.
I know last night because he has a cold, I was thinking, well, what can I rub on him with? I was doing coconut oil and the ebook you sent me actually for the oils that I have, like eucalyptus, and I actually have some frankincense. So I was trying that with the eucalyptus, and what was the other one? I think it was chamomile. And I
Yeah.
was mixing them together to kind of help with his breathing and kind of just relax him. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I wasn't supposed to mix those all together.
And so you started with the Boca Box, and I can't remember, is there digestin in that, Brittany?
There's not, no.
Okay.
That probably would have helped, huh?
Yeah, maybe on the nose. Siberian fir is good too. But when you think of your basic 10 oils, which, I don't know if you're looking at a set to get more of the basics in your home, but
Yeah, I'm going to get is it the Healthy Start kit?
Healthy Start. Okay. Okay.
With the 10 basics.
Okay.
I'm going to be getting that one.
And lavender is a calming one. So, if the lungs are congested and upset, it can kind of relieve. Peppermint. I don't even think you've got peppermint, do you, in that
No,
Boca Box?
I don't have peppermint. I was kind of sad about that.
Yeah.
Which oils came in the BOGO box? I don't remember.
Oh, let's see. I have them here. They're all mixed in.
Roman chamomile, I know.
Yeah,
Maybe
that citrus bloom, breathe, peace, balance.
Use breathe, peace, balance, any of those.
Beautiful perfume roll on, I guess. I like that one.
Yeah.
Spearmint, eucalyptus, and blue tansy, a few other ones.
Blue tansy is recommended in a lot of when people make blends to help with their allergies.
Really?
Oh, isn't this funny? I just turned to blue tansy, you guys, just opening my book. Allergies, itching, rashes, watery eyes, sneezing. Blue tansy.
Mm-hmm.
Where can I get a book like that?
I can mail you one, or if you've not checked out oillife.com
Okay.
or aromatools.com.
I will go to that after the class.
And check them out. Check the prices and then buzz me, because I order 40 at a time to get a better discount, Brittany.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, check and see.
Okay.
And that's a really great book.
Mm-hmm.
It's got protocols and things like that. Just know that when you're putting oils on your kiddos, you want to do, the recommendation is, like, if you're putting oils on a 2-year-old, 2 drops with a tablespoon of FCO.
Okay. That's about, I think I did only about a drop of each, just because I was kind of nervous with, like I said, with mixing them and things. So I did the coconut oil with about a drop of each.
Yeah.
And if you're going down the spine, then massage it in the toes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can do, if you're doing 2 or 3 oils, you can do a couple drops of each one of those with that one a tablespoon. So a tablespoon is about 10 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you ever have empty roller bottles, those are usually 10 mil roller bottles.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Linda, do you have anything to add on?
3-year-old 3 drops, 4-year-old 4 drops, 5-year-old 5 drops.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's just a trick that a mom shared with us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dope. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed it, Brittany. And we'll talk before Monday, but now you kind of know how a class format is. And what is today? Today's Thursday. So, does tomorrow start the holiday weekend? Are you going to work tonight?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Bless you.
Get used to it after a while.
Yeah. So you go at 10 and get off when?
At 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Asen. I'm Bobby, and this is my sister Julie.
He's got a little frown on his face.
Maybe we'll meet your other siblings next time. Okay. And
All right.
yeah, so I was just going to wave $50 across the screen, so that anybody that gets a membership from here on out for the month of July can get a $50. What it is I call it a gift card, but it comes in your points in your piggy bank in your back office is what it does. So, okay, we're going to let you go. I
Okay.
think everybody probably has dinner cooking and you need to tend to kids. And thank you very much for joining us. We'll
No
talk
problem.
to you
Thank
soon.
you for the
Okay.
info. All right. Bye, ladies.
Nice to meet you.
You too.